everyone, and welcome to day 5 of your 7-day heart-opening meditation and movement series. Today we're working on 8 minutes of meditation paired with movement, so that way when we finish our series, we'll be done with 10 minutes of meditation and movement together, hopefully feeling it opening through the front body, the heart, and feeling a little bit more full of love, light, and relaxation due to your meditation. We have 4 minutes together here. I invite you to take these 4 minutes on your back. So, scooching around till you get cozy. Exhale, lay your head down. And if I were you, I would let your knees fall in and your feet open, okay? It's an A-frame stretch. Exhale, 4 minutes. Hands to low belly. Eyes close. No sleeping. Focus on breathing. So focus on the breath coming into the body and then very gently moving out of the body. Focus on the breath coming into the body and then very gently, please let it move out of the body. This is a really important thing to be able to do, is lay still without the need for sleep and instead focus on breath and a really quiet mind. I haven't directly cued any specific form of meditation throughout except, some seated and standing and supine, which are just variations of where the body can be. Because I want you to start to notice kind of where your meditations have transitioned. And then from here, maybe you look up specific kinds of meditation to learn more about how to perform those versus our simple approach of just closing the eyes, being comfortable. And then again, I invite you to breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. We're nearing that halfway mark, so if you'd like to take your arms over your head, you can. I'm going to let my elbows kind of fall to the side and focus on sending the breath into my rib cage here so that I can breathe and feel the breath as it moves in and out quietly. Hopefully during your normal yoga practices, if you're not counting this as your practice, you're maybe joining outside or in studio or online, and you started to notice that your mind can be more quiet with your body, that your movement more steady, and that there is meditation within your movement versus just a pose. So what's happening when you're in tree pose now? What do you focus on? What's happening in plank when it gets tough? How do you gain the mental toughness from this? Now, if the hands are over the head, give your arms a big full stretch, still breathing. Exhale, let your arms come down along by your sides. Palms face up as an act of receiving. Palms face down if you prefer to ground. You're breathing in. You're breathing out. You're motivated. You're relaxed. Everything about you has this peace. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Good. Pull your knees to your chest, pretty please. Nice job. Rock side to side. Hope you felt really peaceful in those 4 minutes. And then I want you to flip right over onto your belly. So give me a solid flip onto the stomach. Exhale, you're gonna let your right arm go out to the right, 3 o'clock, left hand like a push-up, and then roll to the right. So again, any of the sequencing with the asana, the movement I've offered you throughout this series has all been to open the front of the body. So dynamic stretching to help you open, some static holds, and then here, this really nice therapeutic release for the pecs, the chest, the anterior deltoids. Let's go ahead with a big smile, roll to center, please. Exhale, left hand goes out to 9 o'clock. And then you rock onto the left, you bend the right knee, plant your foot. And then hopefully gain some opening through the front of the body. Encouraging breath. 3, 2. Come back to center. Good. Inhale, hands and by your ribs, back bend. And then exhale, bring it all the way down, beautiful. Tap your nose. 3 more, inhale. Bring it all the way down. 2 more. You should be very proficient at these by now. Lower. Last one, cobras, lift up, Bhujangasana. Good, exhale to your knees, and then bring your knees forward. Have a quick seat on those heels, sit up tall, let your arms reach up. Interlock the fingers, press straight up to the sky. Get as long as you can, reach and open. Exhale, sigh. So I want you to feel the energy of pushing up. Your rib cage is open. Inhale. Sigh. 1 more round. Let it go. Good. Sweep the hands around the back. Interweave the fingers. Try to take your knuckles to your toes. And then rabbit pose. Bring the heart forward. Tuck the chin. Let the forehead get parallel to your knees. Come to the crown of your head. Raise your bottom and then reach your knuckles forward. 3, 2. Exhale, have a seat on your heels, round up. Bring your hips forward. So we're going to place our hands on our hips, and then you're going to push your hips forward. And then have a seat. Twice more, push your hips forward. Have a seat. Last round, push your hips forward. Put your hands on lumbar. Inhale, lengthen. 3, lift. 2, good. Exhale, have a seat. Ustrasana variation, camel pose. Reach, flip, press. Breathe into the ribs. 2 more. 1 more. Hands to hips. Last round, bring your hips up. Exhale. Bring your hips up. Exhale 1 more time for me, okay? Push your hips forward, stay here. Or if you feel the freedom, hold on. 3. Breathe into your ribs. 2. Exhale, realign the spine. Sit. Sigh. So at first we had shorter meditation, more movement. Now that our meditation is lengthening, less movement, so that you can just get that little feel and then go right back into your quiet place. So the second form of this meditation, your last 4 minutes, I'd like us to take seated. since we took the first 4 on our back. But if you're feeling uncomfortable seated, please feel free to lay down, okay? Close your eyes. Exhale, breathe out. And then just feel the crown of your head reach straight up into the sky. I'm going to walk you through your spine, okay? As the energy moves down the back of your skull and into your neck, feel your cervical spine. Feel those little muscles, and then find a cervical spine rotation. So with your eyes closed, move your head in one direction to the left or the right, and then move it in the other direction, left or right. Bring your head back to center, and then exhale, cervical spine, lateral flexion, right ear, right shoulder. Cervical spine extension, roll your chin to your chest, flexion, not lateral, just flexion. Neutralize the spine, pick up the head, exhale, left ear, left shoulder, cervical spine, lateral flexion. Roll your chin to chest, cervical spine, flexion. Pick up your head, and as you do, put the back of your head against an imaginary wall. You're seated, you're strong, you're firm. And then start to move down the spine. There's probably a little curvature right after the neck where you start your thoracic spine, maybe a tighter area. Maybe you don't hold much tension there, but most of us do due to our traps and the usage of our shoulders and rotator cuff muscles. And then keep running the breath. You have the lower part of thoracic region. You can feel those muscles along the sides of the spine, the erector spinae muscles that support the spine, but also when one of them gets really tight, can pull. And then we get to the base of the low back, which is called the lumbar spine, the sacrum, low back, whatever you want to call it. And maybe that's an area of tension, or maybe it's an area where you feel safe. Maybe you work this area. If it's weak, find areas to strengthen it. And then sometimes in yoga we include the tailbone as part of the spine, even though from an anatomical standpoint it's not one of the specific areas of the spine, but you are connected in the tailbone, and you should feel that tailbone rooting down right into the base of your yoga mat. If you're too far forward or too far back, find it. And then just press. So you should feel this rooting energy from the base of your bottom, straight up through the body, through the crown of the head. How was your breath through that talk? I hope you stayed engaged and well. You have less than a minute to sit here with me. And I hope that you start to crave a longer time in meditation. That's a goal. Do you crave the minutes to grow, or do you push them away? And if so, figure out why. Breath in. Breath out, please. Breath in. Breath out, please. One more. Breath in. Breath out, please. Blink your eyes open. Hands to heart center. Beautiful work on 8 minutes of meditation, a little bit of movement, and a lot of opening in your heart. If you ever have questions, feel free to comment and ask. And I look forward to seeing you for day 6 tomorrow. Namaste.